Ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 4 of the Banter. It's Anton here with Stephane and from the Bytown Boys. Like us on Twitter at BytownBoysSC. I should say follow us on Twitter. Sorry. Like us on Facebook. Lineup today, we got a little talk about UEFA's Champions League, a little update. Chelsea sacking Di Matteo. Club football versus international football. MLS final coming up. And going to talk about some CCFC, some announcements as well to be made by our club. So let's get right to it. First off the bat, talking about Champions League, Stephane, do you want to give us an update?
Well, that one's going to be fun. We had some decent games, some random games, if you want to be technical about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the bigger ones. I know I don't really like to, but let's face it, unfortunately we don't have enough time.
Exactly.
Barca winning. That's a shocker. The nice one was...
I'm happy. I'm the Barca supporter here.
Yeah. Shakhtar Donetsk. I don't know what the team name is called. Some Norwegian club, I guess. Scandinavian. It has Nord in the name. It's got to be Norwegian or something like that. 5-2. So that puts them at the top of the table. Man U losing to Galatasaray. But
that was a great day.
Yeah, it doesn't mean much. Man U's guaranteed top spot.
I know, but any day Man U loses is a good day. I'm just saying.
But the best one, though, is Chelsea losing 3-0.
But do they still advance?
They might not.
Okay, so there's still one game to play.
Yeah.
But some teams, though, they're already guaranteed advancement.
Yeah, their next game is they got to play the Norwegian team.
Oh, lovely.
And looking at that table, it's going to be tough. Because even if they win, Shakhtar plays Juventus. So if they lose...
Well, who loses that match?
Let's say Juventus wins their match against
Shakhtar?
Yeah, Donetsk. Okay. Yeah, they're tied even on points with Chelsea if Chelsea beats the Norwegian team. Now, for that to happen, if Shakhtar right now is at a plus 4 goals advantage. So all they have to do is lose 1-0 to Juventus, which I don't think they will. I think they're going to come out and say, no, we want to stay up top. Oh. So it's going to be an interesting Champions League for...
Right. Definitely keep my eye out for that one. Man
City drawing with Real Madrid being put out again.
Yep.
I think there's something to be said about Man City.
Sorry, folks. We mean Man Shitty.
Yeah, I just don't think he has the tactical knowledge to play in the Champions League.
Yep.
Like, you play in the EPL, it's dump and chase a lot.
Well, it's English style, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you go to the Champions League, it's tactics, left, right, and center. You're swamped.
Well, you've got all these different nations with their different tactics, and you're mumbled up in every group.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, I see it like any other sport. Just play your game. Stick to your plan.
But they're in the I won't lie, they are in the toughest group because they are in the Champions group.
Right, the real Champions group.
Yeah, but it's still, you knew what you're getting yourself into. Start switching over your tactics. You have 6 games to prove yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, I'm all for it. I love Champions League for upsets.
Oh yeah, the tactical. You're just watching wow.
For tactics as well. Yeah, everything about it I love. Next up, Chelsea sacks another coach. Surprise, surprise. To me, because of this makes them the TFC of Europe. Yeah. Because, I mean, shit, how many coaches has it been?
7 in the past 5 years. Including one for 1 game. Yeah. Ray Wilkins. He has the best winning percentage of all. Yeah. He was there for 1 game and they won it. 100%. And the next...
Do you know why they sacked him?
Probably because he was an interim manager. Probably just...
He still won you a match and you're getting... Wow.
No, he'll probably just sign up. Listen,
still sounds like TFC to me.
No, he's probably saying, I'm signing up till you find a new coach. And then then they found Guris Hiddink from the Dutch. He's a Dutch coach. I'm not sure where, but...
So, any reason why Di Matteo got sacked?
Abramovich doesn't know what he's doing. He's an instant millionaire mentality. I want it now. I want it my way.
So he's from Ottawa?
I don't know what he is. Like all these...
He's a fat cat like the rest of us?
All the managers that he's had since... Like, hear me out for a bit.
Oh, no, please, do all the talking.
Okay. All his managers... Since Gus Hiddink have won him either an FA Cup, a Premier League, except AVB of course,
right,
or a Champions League title. But no, like Ancelotti won him the Premier League title and the FA Cup title. Okay,
yeah.
Didn't win the Premier League back to back. Goodbye. Why? This guy's keeping you on top. He's building up your team, but because you're not winning everything, you're gone. Then he gets Di Matteo in after AVB's not meeting up to his standards.
Yeah.
Here, I got stats for you folks. This is just fun.
Hey, no, this is good. This is really good.
Like,
no, but this reminds me, like, you're talking about the millionaire mentality. At least here in Ottawa, there's one millionaire who has his head on right. That's Mr. Melnick, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's golden. I think he's great.
Yeah.
As an owner.
Yeah, well, he's smart, Well, let's not get into hockey talk now.
I'm just saying for comparison's sake.
Oh, yeah. Well, when they sacked Andre Villas-Boas, Portuguese guy, I know it sounds so good, they were in 5th.
Yeah.
11 games to go, 7 points from 3rd. They were not going to catch up to Man City and Man U. It was you could not catch them.
Right, mathematically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why? But then he lost to Napoli 3-1 in the Champions League.
Right.
And also the previous game he lost to West Brom. I'll bring that up later.
Right.
Then Di Matteo comes in as an interim manager and just starts parking the bus. And you'll hear people say, oh no, it's good, it's bad. But,
I think people have make the mistake of, because England puts their league out as the Premier League, just because they say Premiership, people make the assumption that it's the league, which arguably is.
It's the team. But we all know it as the league.
Because of that, people take, the Spanish, Italian, French leagues, all, they take them lightly thinking, oh, we're going to romp all over them because we're from the fucking Premiership.
Well,
but then shit like this happens.
Alright, I'm going to play the arrogant English fan here.
I'm just saying.
You know why they call football the English game?
Uh-huh. Well, because they believe it was born there.
No, it wasn't born there. There's stories about Columbus going to the Caribbean.
I'm just saying they believe it was born there.
No, the rules were written down there. They said, oh, you know what? We're going to make rules. We're going to put down rules.
I'm not saying this as my opinion. I'm just saying they believe that's their sport. Like this, you know how we treat hockey. Like, no, this is our fucking thing. Even though it may not even be born in Canada.
But you know what I mean, though.
I'm actually going off on your tangent here.
Oh, man, this is a scary thought. No, we don't go on each other's tangents at all. Run, folks, run.
We're trying to stay parallel now. We're not heading for a T-junction, I swear. Anyway.
Alright, so Di Matteo takes him to win the Champions League. Yay, hurrah, they won it. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
Then he gets signed on as being manager, and a bunch of people are going, okay, this should be interesting.
Right.
And then so Di Matteo comes in, not doing so well in the Champions League, losing to West Brom. You're fired. Why? You're 3rd in the league with 24 points.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're not winning, we're not getting this, you're fired, it's not working. Okay, you have one more game left in the Champions League. Fine, let him play it. If he fucks up, then you have a good reason to argue. The Premier League season is long. And you know what? Say you don't get into Champions League. You're still in 3rd. You could go to Europa. I know that's not as big as a competition, but your fans will respect you if you take that competition seriously.
Right.
And if you have your fans respecting you, you can jack up your ticket prices a bit and your fans will show up.
Right.
You don't do that and you jack it up, the fans are going to start calling out saying, why are we paying you more money if you're not giving us anything?
Right.
You're just showing us people on a pitch. You know what? We can go watch TV and do this.
Yeah.
Us supporters could go to a local park, put up the big screen, just sit back and do our own chanting, yelling at the
Exactly.
field.
Exactly.
No, it's completely wrong, and this is the reason why I've lost respect for Chelsea. Like, I know...
Or even for any of the big clubs.
Well, Chelsea's the worst of it. Like, Man City, I bash. Everyone knows I bash them because I don't like the plastic fans that have formed from Man City.
Or Man U.
Well, Man U, that's just understandable. But Arsenal, you gotta remember, Arsenal's never been relegated from the first division.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever?
Since they made it up there, they've never been... And I know why Anton's laughing.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Never ever? No.
Yeah. No, so I have a bit of respect for Gunners fans. It's it's an appealing style.
That's actually a really cool fact.
Oh, you never knew that? I thought that was general knowledge.
No, I knew. I'm just saying. It's a cool fact.
Oh, yeah. But no, it's ridiculous. Chelsea fans are very disappointed.
So basically, bottom of the line, the owner, even though they had success last year, or even a couple of years back, just because they're not winning everything every year, like the other big clubs are saying, and what, they're going to sack their coach and hope for better? Yeah. No. You still got the same, basically the same players on the pitch. I know there's been a few trades since, but still.
Oh yeah, Chelsea's been known as the coach-killing team.
And I mean, even, you mentioned this maybe last episode or a couple episodes before, where, you're not trying to mesh 5 players on ice, and you're meshing 11 from your keeper out.
Yeah, and your team, your whole organization has to work together.
Exactly. And everybody's got to buy into the system, the whole thing.
You can't do this with... This is not FIFA 13. This is not a video game.
Although the scores beg to differ.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. You can't just say, "Oh, I'll play this," and then look, they'll work perfectly. No, it doesn't work like that. Right. As much as we want to believe it works, it doesn't.
But hey, what do we know? We're just fans, right?
Oh, yeah, we just...
sorry. I'm sorry. We're supporters.
Get it right, Anton.
Cool. So next topic we wanted to talk about was club football versus international football. Something interesting, I find. Especially when you think about, people like Sir Alex Ferguson, who is club football all the way, non-stop, fuck international, that's it, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Giggs used to be English. Guess what he is now?
What?
He's Welsh. Guess who convinced him?
The Welsh government?
Yes, the Welsh government had a huge play in his deciding.
Or was it Mommy and Daddy?
No, not Mommy and Daddy. Mommy and Daddy had really no choice. It was more or less... Ferguson saying, "No, you should play for Wales. It's good for you."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone read this, but Ferguson was quoted for saying he allowed Rooney to go play in the World Cup so it would help develop Wayne Rooney. What did Rooney do in the World Cup?
He did bugger all.
Yeah, and then he bashed.
I think he scored a goal the last Euro Cup.
Yeah, and
maybe
even
two.
He scored a penalty. Everyone's supposed to do that.
Oh,
the one goal he scored.
Yeah.
You could have done it.
Yeah.
He was in the spot where somebody was supposed to be.
Yep.
So I'm not a big fan of Rooney, and if he doesn't play for England again, good.
Yep.
I would love to see England filled with just guys who play in the Championship. You want to see people trying to prove their worth for their country? You look at those guys.
Yeah.
No, but you watch it, and you see how good these players play on a field, and you're going, why can't they do this for country? They can do this for club.
Right.
But you can't...
Well, sometimes, you see that for other sports as well. I'm just saying. But,
really?
But you do bring it up, because it's true. You watch certain players on certain clubs, and they have been together for, I believe, a longer time than when you're playing international. But the way footy works, though, it's like it's matched up all friggin' year round. Friendlies, club matches, cup matches, all this stuff, and even international tournaments, qualifying, the list goes on. But I just find overall they play together way more often for club matches of any kind. So as long as they're with their club, okay, cool. They find a certain comfort level in that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
as soon as it comes to international play, you've got to start from bloody square one.
Oh yeah, well,
and then hope for the best.
Well, like I look at it, because us being Canadian, we're going to look at hockey. Like Canada's okay. Let's exclude this Italian Winter Olympics.
Right.
But,
or the Japanese.
Yeah, but we always tend to show up.
Yeah.
Even the Americans, everyone shows up.
Yeah.
Like the only time I haven't seen a team since I've watched it was Sweden against Belarus.
Mm-hmm.
And,
and then Belarus made that huge upset. That helped us big.
Yeah.
We all know it too.
Yeah, no Canadian's gonna deny that. We all secretly are fans of Belarus when they don't play Canada. Now. But
but it's true, like you started it's great we use England as our prime example here for, we look at the Premiership, like we all have our own clubs.
Yeah.
During the year we're all divided, but when it comes to international shit, we're all together.
Yeah. You'll see a Man U fan and a Man City fan sharing a beer during an England game.
Yeah.
You'll see even Birmingham City and Villa fan share a beer and they don't care.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you bring it up, but also even some players don't show up. Where was Anelka for France?
I know. We're all scratching our heads.
Yeah, where was he? Like Argentina. You know what? Messi's a great player. Yeah. His problem was he had to be midfield and striker, and he was in a striker position. He had to get the ball for himself so he could try to score.
He's going to self-pass it to himself?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, there's no technical awareness by the managers. And I'm not saying, we need more international games, we need more this. I'm just saying...
I mean, there's already enough footy.
There is a ton out there, and people who say, there's not enough... I want to smack them upside the head. It's like people say there's not enough hockey games on. I want to smack them upside the head.
People don't realize how many matches they actually play in a year's time.
Yeah.
And even then, the year never really ends.
No, because how many...
They just keep going.
Yeah. Because then the clubs send them off to, I don't know, a friendly tour in the States. Yep. Oh, let's go over to China. Let's go over here. Let's go over there.
Yep.
So you more or less have about 2 to 3 weeks to yourself.
If that.
Yeah. Of course, you're a professional athlete, so
you're told when you have free time.
Yeah, you're told when you can eat a bag of chips.
Yeah. Now, do you find like there's obviously got to be a different mentality when you're playing either club or international, or even performance-wise, perhaps maybe the players are feeling more pressure from one side over the other.
Watching, of course, we're hitting back to England. I see it a lot more in the younger players for England. They
like more hunger.
Yeah, they're more willing to pass the ball, more willing to dig in and run,
and actually make the team gel. And
yeah, they're more willing.
Yeah, they're willing to buy into the system.
Yeah, exactly, because this is their chance to win it for their country.
Dear MLSE.
Yeah, but and dear CSA, pay attention to what we're saying. But what I really love about these big tournaments is watching those smaller countries play. Mm-hmm. Algeria, watching those guys. They were going non-stop. Yep. All the small teams.
Yep.
Do you remember Croatia in '98?
Barely.
They were in the group with Jamaica. They beat Jamaica 3-1. Jamaica lost Argentina 6-0. I had to watch that horrible game. Oh. And we beat Japan 2-1. I was in class, but we had our form of study hall, but we knew somebody snuck a radio up, so we were listening to the game.
Nice.
Yeah, we were breaking rules, and we didn't care. We had people watching the doors for teachers. Well, the teacher, it was a long way to our classroom, so we were able to get the radio out of the room if need be.
Nice.
Yeah, Stephane was never the good student in class.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I was the kid parents told you not to hang out with because that'd be a bad influence. No, but it's...
But do you find
they wore their heart and they won games that had no business winning.
Right. We're still talking Algeria?
No, well, even Algeria, they...
Oh, sorry, Jamaica?
Yeah, no, not Jamaica, Croatia, sorry.
Croatia, okay.
Croatia, they had no business winning some of their games.
Right.
and they won third. First time ever in the World Cup, and they went third place.
Overall, after the tournament was done?
They finished with the third place medal.
Oh, okay.
Like, they beat...
Is there such thing as a bronze medal game?
In World Cup, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, okay, and they won it? Do you know who they won against?
I think it was Holland.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, they showed it.
Oh, damn.
And so, whenever I see Croatia play, people say, oh, it's only Croatia. This we go, I remember 98.
Yeah.
Just because they've never been there. Never take a country lightly. Like,
and of course, the day Canada shows up, we're going to tank.
Oh, yeah. We didn't score a goal in 86.
Why not?
Papa made $100 off of it.
And when he says Papa, that's his own father, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think people are starting to get onto organizations, at least the English, about we want you to show up. We want our players to play. You don't have the right to wear that jersey. You have to earn that right. You aren't born with the right.
Yeah. No, you work for it for sure.
Yeah.
Now think of Sir Alex Ferguson. I know I mentioned him before.
Yeah.
But he's a major believer in club football over international. Do you have any suspicions why he's like that?
Scottish.
Okay. So besides his nationality, and besides he's using his knighthood way too much.
Everyone uses... No, but he's not that... I think just the way Man U stuck with him and backed him in everything, that he's going to back the club. His players are not going to get injured playing a friendly that might put him out for 6 months.
Right.
And he might lose his best scorer for a championship title. So
do you find that smart?
It is.
Even
if we're looking at club football versus...
Or do you find it maybe a little too strict? Or?
Yeah, I love the international game. I love to see national pride.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, fans would understand if your best striker got injured playing for their country. Like Cristiano Ronaldo injured himself, I think, for 2-3 months. Not by playing for Portugal, no. For doing a bicycle kick in practice.
We don't call him Twinkle Toes for nothing.
Yeah, it's... Why are we going to... If you get injured on international duty, like for us, Benteke, say he gets injured playing for Belgium. You think I'm going to be mad?
No.
I'm going to be upset we don't have Benteke because I love the kid. He's great, and I would love to see him play with Bent.
But I mean, I find your country is more important because it's your nation.
Yeah, but also...
It's the level below being called to duty.
Yeah.
For your country.
Yeah, let's face it. This is the modern war we live in. Sports is our war now.
Yeah.
And, if that's our war, let it be our war.
Exactly.
Let the sports field be our battlefield. Let the players be the soldiers. And let the fans be the cameras. We can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying war is a good thing. If anybody thinks that, they should need to get their head chopped off. Because,
exactly.
Yeah.
Both of them if you're a guy.
Yeah, you know me. I may be aggressive, but I'm not warmongering.
Oh, hell no.
No, but that's it. It's that national pride. But also, with North America, what sports do we really get to see where national pride comes into play?
Everything but soccer. Well, look at the Americans and South Americans with baseball.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Canada.
Canada with hockey.
Yeah.
Okay. And
that happened.
Maybe soccer, we can give it to the Yanks and the Mexicans because, they're actually good. Canada's on the uprise. Well,
Canada, we wake up for 2 sports. Curling and hockey.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you understand what I mean.
And even basketball for the Yanks. Yanks have pretty much got it all locked down.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they had a world tournament for, American football, as in pigskin football.
They'd lose.
They'd lose to us. For damn sure. Maybe the Aussies and Kiwis.
No. The last time a Canadian team played an American team, NFL rules and CFL rules.
Canada won both.
Yeah.
I know.
Because we can play a running game.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys. I watched the Thanksgiving Thursday, the Detroit game, and I was yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
You can't make the pass. Run! 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 My dad said, Stephane, they're American. They don't play CFL. They don't know how to run. I'm like, oh,
it's true. Oops. But anyway, but obviously, yeah, there is a thin but very definitive line between the two, when it comes to club versus your international.
Club is more destructive style football, if you want to get really technical. Like, you don't see the plays happening as much. It's easier to stop a play developing.
It's more raw, I find. It's raw play. International, it's more refined.
You mean club play is more refined?
No, I'd say raw because it's a little dirtier and scrappier. Whereas international, sure, you might get a little bit of scrappiness, but it's rare.
Yeah, but
I say it's more refined because it's a little cleaner.
Okay.
Minus the diving.
Okay, the way you and I are defining cleaner and raw.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, with me, I think it's more when I'm thinking raw
or sloppier versus.
Yeah, there we go. Sloppier. I find international is a lot sloppier.
Really, I think club's sloppier.
No, I think club is a lot more technical.
I think it's reversed.
Really, or Ian?
I'm pretty sure. I just said minus the diving.
Yeah, watch Argentina and watch Spain. Argentina.
Well, if they play each other.
No. Even when Argentina's playing on their own, they have some of the best players in the world, and they can't connect. Yeah. Spain can because of the Barca thing. I agree.
It's pretty much Barca too.
All right, fine. Germany.
Yeah.
Look at them. Look at Sweden.
Well, I mean, look at Germany is really frustrating for me to watch as a supporter because they are stacked, and they are always stacked to go far, even win. In some people's eyes.
What was the tweet I saw?
And then what do? It's always right near the end, and they choke.
I saw this tweet during Euro. So Germany's the Arsenal of Europe, right?
Yeah.
They can,
unless they have Thierry Henry magically show up to play for their club and say, you know what, fine, I'll score you some goals and then I'm done.
Yeah, I can give you some points and you can get yourself back into a winning position. Yeah?
Honestly. Oh my goodness. Anyway, on to MLS stuff. LA versus Houston. This is the big final, the big clash. We know we don't give two shits about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway for interest's sake.
If I'm not employed, I'll watch it. Exactly. Well, it's a Saturday night anyway, so might as well.
Is it this or next?
Not this Saturday. December 1st, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Today's Saturday. What the fuck am I? Sorry. Anyway, LA versus Houston. Betting odds right now are 4-5 for LA. 16
no, 3-4 for LA. Sorry,
3-4 for LA. 16,
so bet $4. You'll get 3 if they win.
And then 16-5 for Houston. Any predictions?
I think Houston could do it because
can or who will?
They can do it, but LA will.
LA will.
They're going to hype it up. It's in LA. It's going to have that huge home field advantage. And all I can think of is maybe the Chivas fans will come out and support Houston. And just...
Why the hell not?
And just to take down
their
rival a notch. I would love to see that, actually.
Well, yeah, same.
But I think Houston...
For people who care about MLS,
I don't think it's going to be a blowout game. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
It's going to be a 1-goal
because they mentioned this on TV. Houston... they don't do so well during the season, eh?
No.
They barely squeak themselves in year after year, but they manage to get to the finals somehow.
They got themselves in that wild card position, which I really don't agree with.
I don't agree with it either. I don't like wild cards. Well, NFL, understandable. Baseball, understandable, the way they have their system up. But for footy, when it's like, not even 20 teams in the table?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. You either make it or you don't.
Well, we spoke about last time. They try to sell it to fans of other leagues that your fans don't care.
Oh, hell no.
Your fans don't care about playoffs.
No.
I'm sorry. This is North America, so...
Playoffs?
Yeah. Honestly, I agree you need a reason why you want to finish first, blah, blah, blah. Fine, you win a trophy.
Man, I'm just hoping TFC can win a game.
We do. It's called
the playoffs.
It's the Voyagers Cup. Those are the only games we care about is winning that tournament.
Exactly. So anything else you want to touch on for LA Houston? So you're saying we want Houston to win. I'm in total accordance with that. LA probably will. I honestly...
They're going to make it a big deal. Win it for Beckham. It's Beckham's last game with LA. Win it for Beckham.
Of course they're going to.
I know I've gotten arguments with people on Facebook.
That's why I tweeted this, end it like Beckham.
Yeah, just
end it horribly. Please, slaughter him, slap him, do what you gotta do.
End it like his international career.
Yeah, over the bar.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's an amazing place kicker. But
that's the thing, he's only good for one thing.
Yeah. And in this league, it's slow enough for him to stay here to do it.
What is he now, 37?
Yeah. He's getting up there. Like, there's rumors, where is he going to go?
He mentioned this. He publicly mentioned this. I saw the scrum. He says, there's things for him out there. There's offers on the table for certain things. We're all thinking...
PSG wanted him.
We all know clubs are going to be after him, left, right, and center. Doesn't matter what country. And the other thing is, maybe he's going to end up in management for either LA or for somewhere else.
No, he can only be part of an expansion team.
I'm just saying.
So maybe that's probably the secret, that he's another part owner of the New York Cosmos. And that's just going to add to the name brand and then take them from the NASL.
And like you were saying, it's their secret to a secret wish to get the Cosmos into the into MLS as the 20th squad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the team owned by Pele and David Beckham. Really? I would never put David Beckham on the same pedestal as Pele.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'll take Pele any day.
I'm not a big fan of supporting popular teams. Everyone knows this. But if I was going to meet Pele, I have a Brazil jersey. I've never worn it. I will wear that to meet Pele.
Yeah, man. No,
just so he can sign it and say, I've met Pele.
Yeah, man.
I'm not... If someone says, who do you want to meet? Do you want to meet David Beckham or Pele?
Pele. I'll bet you even if the world were to line up and those were your two choices, Pele's lineup would be longer.
Oh, yeah.
Who would you want to meet? I'm sorry, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's Pele.
Anyway, so LA Houston. Now moving on to CCFC, some fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because we wanted to talk about our own personal memories of being with CCFC. I know we already did this before, but the twist today, Stephane graciously took it upon himself to contact some of the players. A couple of them responded, sharing their memories, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
So do you want to start off with us, or do you want to share the players?
I'll go with the players first.
Okay, so first player?
Junior Ellis.
All right.
Yeah, his favorite memories apparently is scoring the first goal for CCFC.
Ever?
Yeah.
Nice.
He scored the first goal.
Nice.
And then scoring...
Ellis, I love you.
And then scoring against Mississauga, where he was playing. So he went back to his old team and said... Here's the ball. I'll put it back in your net for you. And right now he's playing with SC Toronto, which is, when I saw SC Toronto, they are an amazing squad, an amazing organization.
Yeah.
So, and they have a huge youth system as well. So they're not joking. They're not
taking their shit lightly.
Yeah, they're playing it right, and which I like. So then, I can't remember any. I can't, off the top of my head, recall any memorable goals from Ellis in Ottawa.
All I remember is Boje. I'm not going to lie.
But the thing is, though, the team works so well together.
I know.
I just didn't...
They clicked.
I didn't care who scored a goal.
Neither did I.
I know we had the Sullivan Silva chant.
But
for
still.
Him scoring a goal, there's me going, I didn't want to come up with a chant for players because...
The entire team was...
Yeah, I might as well just carry a book of songs with me to the game so I could flip through. Oh, quick, Ellis scored. Where's this chant? Who took the E section? We need the E section. It was just... I can't pick a player.
No, it was probably one of the best teams. I mean, of any sport or any club, especially in footy, CCFC just blended perfectly, magically perfect. I thought it was splendid to watch these guys. Just, and I'm sorry, I'm seeing a lot of the same in the Fury from what we saw last season too.
Oh yeah.
So
no, I'll bring something up about the Fury afterwards.
But and the other player?
That one, Colin Harrison. I have his jersey actually.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
But I have to say this is funny. My best memory of Colin Harrison. It was against the Montreal Impact game. He let 2 players by him, and I was pissed off because I was worried if Montreal could get the upper hand, we were doomed. I was just worried left, right, and center. And
like a good supporter should be.
So, take him off! Take him off! So he wouldn't make another mistake so we can fix it.
Right.
First goal. Who's there to pick up the rebound? Colin Harrison. My dad turned around and said, made you eat those words, didn't it? But apparently he was playing in the Icelandic League.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, so, he's playing the PDL for a bit, and then he made his way to the Icelandic League.
All right.
He finally got his Slovenian citizenship, so he can play in Europe now.
Oh, wow.
So, good for him.
Good for him.
Right now he's nursing an injury in England, but they're used to injuries in England. He's in a good spot.
Maybe he'll find a good nurse.
Yeah, but the thing though is...
well, what are his favorite memories?
That's what I was going to say. I'm just trying to find the words out of my mouth, but they're not coming apparently. But going to the final.
Yeah?
And his parents being there all the way from Colorado.
Oh, right on.
So that was great for him. Yeah, it was... He was...
family support.
Yeah, he was upset, though, that we didn't have it next year so we could go back and take the title. Back into Croatia. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, when we were planning for CCFC, there's been going, if we go to the final, I think I need to set aside some fabric for a banner.
Yeah.
For the final game, to have a banner for that, just to...
Yep.
But no, it was good. Like, again, when we talked about it in the podcast, again, my favorite was that Montreal game. Just a piss-pouring rain halfway through it. Montreal fans coming down, outshining us, and we were still going, we don't care. Yeah. We actually got Ottawa crowds doing Qu'est-ce que vous chantez.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
I know. I know. We're going to bring that to Fury, by the way, just a heads up.
Yeah, if you're going to the Fury games, and if you think that only our section's going to be cheering, you're in for a rude awakening.
He means Fury matches, by the way.
Yeah, you're going to see us. We're going to get you prepped, because I'm sorry, we need to whip this city into shape. We need to start getting our supporters going. If you think you're a supporter... join us. Prove it to us.
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe you're better than us.
Please, but at least show up.
Show up and prove us wrong. Please, I beg you.
Or we're going to make you eat your words so quickly. I mean, no, it's true. Anyway, so my favorite memory off the top of my head, I'm going to have to go with the final season game. The final regular season game.
You came to the Serbia game?
Was it? No.
No, you came to the Montreal game. That was the last game you came to.
No.
Oh, the freezing cold one?
No. It was when we...
Against London?
No! For fuck's sake, let me speak. It was either the final regular season game or the last game held in Ottawa in the playoffs, where at the very end, the entire squad came up to us, to the supporters, to shake our hands, congratulate us, and thank us. Which I thought was... I was in basically Hollywood land, up in the stars and in the clouds, because I thought, wow, this is so cool. All the players came just to say hi, and I thought it was a real classic.
Yeah, you came to the Montreal game. We still had the one more against Serbia the next. You couldn't...
Okay, was it against Montreal where they did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tabarnak, man. I don't care who we were playing. That's just my memory. I just want to share my fucking memory. Anyway, but like they came up and then this also translated to when you boys went on down to the final match for the championship match. I thought it was great, and even this past summer with the Fury, they showed a lot of class in showing their support to us because we showed support to them.
Oh yes.
So I think that, to me, it's the ultimate way for supporters clubs and players to show each other, you know what, we've got each other's back and we appreciate you.
Yeah,
for it.
I gotta say something though. It's a bit off topic. Did you see about Thomas Beattie?
No.
He got signed to a Singapore club.
Hey, good for him.
Pro club in Singapore. So
why the hell not?
Hey,
is he coming back to PDL? No,
I'm not too sure. I think.
Oh shit.
I think it's Pro League there, so I think it's.
Oh man.
He's out of PDL, but that's good though.
I know, good for him. I know.
You never know. He might come back for NASL if we can afford
I miss
him.
the guy. Anyway, so your favorite memory?
Again, it was that Montreal game. Just
same one.
Yeah, not the same one that you and I were at. It was the one earlier in the year.
Okay.
The regular season one. 3-0 win over Montreal at our home. The Montreal fans came.
That was the one where it rained?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I felt really bad for we had to wash those uniforms. Playing in white.
Whatever.
Oh, Terry Fox was muddy.
So we became the all whites to the all browns?
Yeah. Came the mud game. Like, it was just...
So went from footy to mud wrestling.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, we've got some announcements to make.
Oh, yeah.
So, us, the Bytown boys, mainly Stephane, this is his little brainchild, which I've also been helping him with, but it's basically a scavenger hunt. Stephane, you want to share details about this?
Well, I'm going to give some bit of history on it. Actually, it was funny because I was on the phone with my dad coming back from a friend's place.
Uh-huh.
I was watching this, like, it was Frosh Week. I was getting annoyed. And my dad told me how they used to do a scavenger...
Frosh Week?
Yeah. How they used to do a scavenger hunt.
Uh-huh.
And that got my wheels turning because she was saying how easy it is, how cheap it is to organize. And I thought, wait, we should be able to do that.
I live in Vanier. I'm cheap.
Yes. But so I thought about it, and yes, we are going to have our own footy scavenger hunt here in the capital in April. So you're going to need to know the city of Ottawa. You're going to need to know your footy from World Cup '98
up until now, including all the Euro Cups.
Yeah, and including last year EPL. More or less, if it's footy related, you should know it.
Yep.
Well, don't worry, we're not going to ask you, this is where so-and-so played. Where was he traded to in much for this long, much?
It's just general club stuff or national
stuff.
Yeah.
A lot more national than club, I find.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the route, you got to solve the cryptic clues, but we're giving it, what it is, though, is half of your registration fee is going to charity. The other half is put in the pot for the winner. The charity is Street Soccer Ottawa. And what they do is just, they help bring people out of the fringes. So if they live in a halfway house, or they live in a shelter or a group home, come play soccer once a week. Just come play. Come train. It helps get them more social. Gets them to work together. I know it sounds like one of those how sports helps build communities. Guess what? It actually does.
Yep.
So
sorry to break it to you, but you know they actually care.
Yeah. So and also there's a homeless World Cup. Our homeless squad is ranked higher than our professional squad.
Now, what does that say about Canadian footy?
Yeah. Maybe the homeless guy, the ones that should be playing, should be the homeless people.
Oh, geez.
Only homeless people allowed to play for Team Canada. You never know. It might be interesting.
So, do we have dates?
Yeah, it's going to be April 27th. We're meeting at LaSalle High School on St. Patrick or Old St. Patrick.
Right.
It's right after King Edward.
Uh-huh.
So if you're heading east along St. Patrick, keep going. You'll see it on your right. You're coming from the west, keep going down Beechwood. We'll turn into St. Patrick. You'll see it on your left.
All right. So as Stephane mentioned, solve the cryptic clues. Teams of two, $20 a team. Yeah.
Yeah. If your team's minors, my definition of minor for this one is if you're under 16 and if both of you are under 16, you need an adult on your team.
Yeah.
19 or older, but your price does not increase If we think you look too young, we will ask your age. And if we doubt your age, we're going to ask for an adult. Mm-hmm. It's just so we can...
Just so you know.
It's just for safe reasons, so you don't get in trouble, we don't get in trouble.
And we can still have lots of fun.
Exactly. It'll be a great time, had by all. We're going to have... I've already posted up the events on Facebook. I've already posted up the events on our website. I've also posted up a pre-registration event. So you don't have to show up exactly at noon and wait to get registered on the day of. You can come meet us earlier. It's going to be at the Georgetown pub. But we're just asking you to come in, register. If you want to sit down, have some drinks with us, sure. If you don't,
that's fine.
That's fine. I just figure a nice social place so I can have a drink or two while I wait for people.
Yeah.
And we'll do it that way. I think it's going to be great for the charity.
So like you said, there's already a pre-planned route. You will know the route. Thing is, you're not allowed to use a car. You can go by foot, use a bicycle, can they use taxis?
That'd be way too much money.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
And you can also use the bus.
If you want to go by unicycle, be my guest. Rollerblading.
Skateboards.
Yeah. Use whatever.
Yeah.
And... because a lot of the route is so stop and go.
Yeah.
Having a car is not going to be a good idea, folks.
No, not at all. Actually, it might even delay you.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's a pre-planned route. Use those different modes of transportation. You just got to know from World Cup 98 up until now, all the major tournaments. Basically, it's set up so that, at least one of you should have a smarty phone.
Yeah. And you're going to need a digital camera. I don't care if it's iPad, iPod, smarty phone, digital camera.
Just take your pictures. So at the end, you show us your pictures. Basically, for every stop along the route where you figure you solved the piece, and you're like, okay, this is it. You take a picture in front of it, or you take a picture of it.
No, you need both teammates in the picture.
In the picture? All right, fine.
It doesn't matter if you and I are on a team, it doesn't matter if I take a picture of you and you take a picture of me.
Okay.
Or someone takes a picture of both of us.
Right.
Yeah, it's simple as that. Points goes as you get points for getting each thing right. But if you get everything right, your time comes into a factor for your points.
Right.
So if you can finish before everybody else, if you have one thing wrong, it doesn't count. But I've also thrown in something extra. If you can spot people who are not in the competition wearing any forms of gear, jersey, cap, scarf, and you get a picture of them, those are extra points for you.
Right on. Cool. So if you want to find out more details, or at least recap all the details, you can just press rewind on this podcast, or you can actually go onto the website at bytownboys.webs.com.
Email us if you want more details.
bytownboys.webs.com. Find our Twitter handle at bytownboyssc. Like us on Facebook. Scarf info.
Yeah, I know it sounds like we're beating a dead horse with this constantly, but...
please send us in your information. Ask us for a pre-order. They're going for $20 a pop.
Yeah, we just need one more order in so we can get the initial order done. I know it sounds like we're begging you. We are. But we're just
please.
We're just trying to get it done so we can sell them, so we can get them. I know we're going to be making money off them, but the money is for the group. The money is to get more flags, more drums, hoodies, t-shirts, caps.
You name it.
You name it, we can dream it. You can dream it, chances are we can save up to buy it.
Yeah.
You never know. It's just, and also, it's a scarf.
Everyone it's basically by the club for the club. So
yeah. No middleman involved.
Exactly. So scarves, once again, pre-order for $20 each. Again, you can hit us up at BytownBoysSC on Twitter, just to contact us. Even email us through bytownboys.webs.com. You'll find it on our website. That's pretty much it. Thank you once again to all the listeners for your support. That concludes episode 4 of The Banter, starring the two villains of Vanier, Stephane Brisson-Merrick alongside